Yeah, it's your boy, D Harv. Welcome to Straight Up On Game. We have a fun-filled packed show tonight, baby. Yes, indeed, sweetie. Y'all stay tuned, okay? Because we got coaches, we have players, and we got this discussion going around tonight about Florida or California. Which state has the best players? You dig? So y'all stay tuned and help me welcome my host, Dukes Dwayne Wright, the running back guru.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on? It's your boy D Wright, man. Hey, look, I ain't wearing a hat tonight. I had to show the ball Scully right now, man. Because
I don't know what's going on over there in California, but see, Florida, we on the app. But over there, I don't know what's going on the West Coast now. Come on, tighten up.
But you know, we got to bring on our other co-host right now.
How y'all doing though? How y'all doing? Y'all check in. Yeah.
Hey, good evening, guys. Hey, you know, it is a little bit cold in California.
With us. It's on every Thursday night on the East Coast, 11:30 p.m. On the West Coast, 8:30 p.m. So y'all check in. We looking for some of the East Coast players, former players, JUCO, D1, former NFL.
And I think he left. D. Harv,
D. Harv does that every week, man. I don't know what's going on. Bryan, man, what's up? How you doing?
I'm doing good, my friend. How are you, Dwayne?
I'm doing well. You know how we start off our show, man. We got to talk a little college football, but obviously we have to talk about what's going on in Bulldog Nation. It's just, it's just a formality for us. So let's talk a little bit about that while D. Harv hit back on, man.
Well, you know what? Hey, tough loss for the Bulldogs falling to Air Force 36-28. Bulldogs able only to run 38 plays on the evening, only 284 yards, and the offense looked very stagnant in the second half, especially when Air Force is running the same defensive scheme as the Bulldogs are only 5-5 on the season. Hey, Dwayne, I know you've been in that locker room. It's getting a little bit dicey here in Fresno. You have to win one game to go bowling. You have to play Colorado State, and you have to play against UCLA. It's probably a big time game for everybody right now.
Yeah, I believe so, man. I'm pretty sure everyone is pretty uptight right now, trying to figure out how they're going to bring the next win, especially the coaches. I mean, it's a very important 2 weeks. I mean, you got Colorado State. There are no pushovers. Again, they have a Fresno local receiver that was dominant, last year. And then they have a nice quarterback that can really sling the rock. But, when we talk about Bulldog football, man, this is, November. We talk about win in October. How about let's win in November and put everything out there on the line, man? So you're all right going into UCLA as well. I can't really speak much on UCLA because they're kind of inconsistent this year. So we just need to make sure that, as Bulldog fans, we support everyone, as we go through this, especially, Coach Skipper.
That's right. And that's correct, because they did have the job post earlier this week about the head coaching position. It will be very interesting to see what the athletic department will decide. Hopefully they get Tim Skipper back, but who do you think would be an alternative to run the Bulldogs next year, Coach?
I'm still Team Skip. At the end of the day, I feel that he needs an opportunity to actually, have a recruiting class and be able to put his spin on some things. And again, being a Fresno State Bulldog and being a former athlete there and playing under, Coach Skipper with Pat Hills there, you have John Baxter, you have all these coaches that's there. Coach Skipper brings a lot to the table. I don't think he's getting the opportunity to really showcase what he really has. It's kind of tough when you take over 3 weeks, before the season. Yeah. You have a lot of responsibilities, especially the movement with all the players within, our Bulldog Nation, players transferring out. I mean, that's big hits, man. You have to be prepared for that. But I'm still Team Skip. I mean, regardless, but I feel that he's the best viable option right now for the Bulldogs.
And especially because this is probably one of the best coaching staffs we have seen. It's kind of like the high school reunion of everybody coming back from the Bulldog, from every Bulldog squad from the yesteryears, making this team great. You know what? Hey, everybody hit the panic button in 2022, and they did great things, especially when they were 1-4 and they were able to win the Mountain West Conference Championship game and then beat Washington State in the LA Bowl game. Let's let the coaches do what they do, like John Baxter, for example,
Right.
as also Kevin Coyle. Those two coaches were there way back in the day. They were probably there when you were there, right, Dwayne?
Right.
So, I mean, hey, yeah, I mean, the thing is, you let the coaches be who they are. The question is, will they keep Pat McCann as offensive coordinator? That's the question that will be answered in the next couple of weeks, because it's going to be very interesting to see if Pat McCann will be wearing Fresno State colors in the spring.
It's going to be very interesting. I think this time around Bulldog football, a football program, every 10 to 12, maybe 15 years, you get to a point where you have to restart. But I think if we're going to restart, give Coach Skip a chance. Let's utilize what we know, at Fresno State. The big thing about Fresno State is coaches come and go. Coaches make a big name of themselves at Fresno State. They get offered from other programs, and that's what we're known as. We're known as that university to where coaches come and get their starts. They put in the work, and then next thing you know, they're at the Alabamas, or they're at the USCs, or the Washingtons winning national championships. I mean, it goes on and on. So, I figure, it's just a formality when you have to release the head coaching position. That's just what it is and how it works, and I don't want to just be on P's and Q's as of now. But I do believe personally, and I believe some of my teammates, or probably all my teammates, former Bulldogs, believe that Coach Skipper is the best choice to lead the program.
And especially because this is probably one of the best times to have a bye week. Like in November, with 2 games to go in the season, how crucial is that bye week going to be for the Bulldogs getting healthy to go up against Colorado State and then against UCLA?
Well, I can say for Colorado State, it's very important. I mean, we look at, the structure of the Mountain West now, whatever's left, of the Mountain West. And then we look at our future of the Pac-12. I think it's very important for both. I think it's important to make a statement going out, this season. I also think that, our defensive game, regardless of the injuries, we have to make an impact. And I also feel like, going into Colorado State, yes, it is a very important game, the UCLA game, but I feel the Colorado State is more important for us to make a staple leaving the Mountain West. And I think it also will be great to see our coaching staff and our players leave on a good note in the Mountain West.
And also it's senior night. I mean, you have to go out on top on senior night, especially it's the last game at Valley Children's Stadium for the season. You know what? The Red Wave will be there. 40,000 of your closest friends will be in the stands at Valley Children's Stadium doing the wave. Hopefully the fans will show up. It is in November. You remember the games in November. Plus, It is a little bit cold right now here in the San Joaquin Valley. So, I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see they're going to do in the next couple of weeks. D-Harv, are you okay? Did the hurricane hit you guys in Florida?
Somehow Wi-Fi went off.
Hey, you know why the Wi-Fi didn't work? We're going to get to that segment later. But, hey, the Wi-Fi didn't work because you feel like California don't have enough players to beat any Florida team. We're going to have that debate because we got some great guests, and we all going to be a part of that after the commercial, because we don't want to hear it right now, D-Harv. We don't want to hear how California is better than Florida. So we're going to check y'all out in a quick second. We'll be right back. All right. We are back. Look, fellas, we want to say big shout out to all of our followers It may not look like we have a lot of followers on our YouTube, but this is the most YouTube followers we had. It's going up and up and up, and it goes down and up. But we're almost at 40. But on all of our social media platforms, we're about 466 right now. So hey, man, we're getting closer to that 1,000 mark to support, what we're doing and trying to get the message across with all of our great guests and coaches. But before we get to our coaches, fellas, we have to introduce a high school player down in San Diego, and we also have an LA player we're going to feature next week on our show. But we want to bring on a player he is phenomenal. He's a senior. He's 5'8", 160, 155, around there. He plays a rover, outside backer, running back. We want to bring on Bryce Latua. What's up, Bryce? What's up, man? You there or what?
Up, man? How y'all doing?
What's up?
That's good. That's good.
All right.
Man, it's a good thing you're light skinned.
Hold on, I gotta turn on the lights in here. I'm over here chilling in the car.
Yeah, we can't see you because you got some LA opponents some ballers too, and they want to see your face when it comes to that Heritage Bowl. They want to take that scholarship away.
Hey, they gonna see me.
All right. Okay. So tell us a little bit. Tell us, because we're gonna feed off. We like to have fun on the show. This is straight up on game. This is our episode 4, and we like to showcase high school ballers, coaches, college coaches, you name it, and we like to have fun. So tell us a little bit about yourself so all of our folks out there viewing can know about you.
All right, so I'm originally from Oceanside, California, but I took my talents to Rancho Buena Vista my senior year just because I wanted to change things up a little bit. Like, I just feel like I wasn't fit at Oceanside High School. I had a decent season playing at Oceanside for my first 3 years of high school. I played an outside linebacker. I played a little bit of running back, but I felt like I needed a program change. And when I went to RBV, like, it was a lot of love, and I got a lot of opportunities. I was able to play safety for the first time this season. I thought it was phenomenal. I was given all the opportunities that I wanted. So, yeah, I feel like I was ready to compete this year.
And hey, Bryce, you asked a question, D. Harv.
Oh, I was just saying that's what's up.
Well, hey, Bryce, this is Bryan Welch. Hey, you know what? Hey, you play a lot of positions. Do you have a favorite one right now?
You know what? It's running back. Like, I mean, it's cool tackling. You know what? But every defensive player likes playing offense. Every defensive player wish they played offense. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool tackling somebody. It's cool, like, but when you got the ball, like, all eyes are on you. You can hit your little jukes. You can show how fast you are. When you're on defense, you assign the role. You assign this. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I love playing running back. Like, that's what I, like, hold dear to my heart. But I'm just good at defense. So,
look at that. Good at defense, good at offense.
Right.
I guess probably one of your heroes is probably Dwayne Wright. Hopefully you can. Well, who is one of your heroes right now as a running back?
As a running back, I'd say, like, I'm a USC fan. I've always been a USC fan, so I got to go with Reggie Bush.
Okay.
Just growing up, like, my dad always showed me his highlight tapes, and he got one of the rawest, like, college tapes out there. So
I love it.
Thanks.
Hey, you know who you look? You look like Mario. What's the guy off of Full House? I mean, not Full House, off of back in the day. What's the show? He played at Chula Vista High School back in the day, man. What's his name? Mario. You know, you probably hear it from the girls, man, at school, man. He got the dimples, man. Look, he trying to play running back. He out there in Rancho Buena Vista. Probably a pretty boy, you know, probably get all the girls out there.
Nah, man, I'm more focused on being disciplined, more like hopping in that weight room. Well,
good.
I got wrestling coming up pretty soon, so I'm really just trying to stay fit and stay on my grind.
Awesome. So if there was one thing you want a scout to know about you right now, matter of fact, not one, if there were 3 things you want a scout to know about you right now, what would you tell them?
I feel like the first thing is character. Like, I really, like, value being a good teammate, especially, like, off the field. Like, you can never have a good team if your team doesn't get along, in my opinion. So I feel like it's most importantly to get to know your fellow teammates, get to know your coaches, your mentors, your weight training coach. It's really important to have a connection with them. And I just want the scouts to know that I really care about the game. I really care about just being a good person, just to the people around me and to the role models, that showed me the game and how it's played. And what else? I gotta really, you have me thinking right now.
See, that's the point of it. That's the point. And you know, while you're thinking, we would like to let the fans know, everybody, the supporters out there, that you know, Mr. Latua, he's actually got an invite to the Heritage Bowl. This is the third year that we'll be playing this, but we'll be in San Diego, so he'll have plenty of fans and family supporting him. And also, the biggest thing is making sure that you are getting recruited, making sure that you have that last opportunity, that lasting opportunity to play some ballers across, you know, down south, to showcase your talent, man. You know, how do you feel about the Heritage Bowl, and you know, what can we look forward to seeing you do?
Just competing. I love the atmosphere. I love the atmosphere being under them lights on Friday nights. Just looking at the other team like, oh, I can't wait. I can't wait till I see when you have that ball. I can't wait till I see you on defense, because I'm on you. Like that. That's how it is. Like as soon as I hop on that field, it's different when you're at school because you know it's all handshakes and hugs when you see your boys. But when you hop on that field, it's a different type of feeling.
Man, well, we appreciate you, Bryce, man. Hey, look, more power to you, brother. And I'll tell you, we're going to come back later. If you don't mind answering some questions later, we'll come back to you. But we got a quick commercial, man. We're going to come back with it. We're going to bring in some coaches from the San Diego County region and coaches from the San Gabriel, Los Angeles region. And we're going to talk a little bit of football. We're going to have some fun. And then we're going to get to the grit of it, because California does have better high school players than Florida. And we're going to
wrong.
You know what? Without any further ado, we're going to go to our commercial until we tired of hearing about what Dwight got to say.
We also want to give a shout out to one of our senior football players, Logan, who recently had the privilege of being selected to play in the Wright Family Consulting Group Heritage Bowl here in San Diego and also in Los Angeles.
Honestly, it was a really eye-opening experience, a game-changing experience. It actually felt like a college experience, like a college game. So first they took us to LA in the charter buses. They fed us, and then we had like a big stadium, bunch of people. It was a very great time.
How did that feel, representing your school and your family in such a big event?
It felt wonderful repping the school at O'Farrell. Like repping O'Farrell, I had my helmet. They said O'Farrell over the intercom. It felt good to let people know where I was from and let people know how far I came.
We can't wait to see what else our athletes can accomplish in the upcoming season. Learn more about our incredible sports programs on our website today. Go Falcons!
We are back, and we see nothing but hood fit apparel. Man, look, that's what keeps our show going is D Harv. I'm telling you, D Harv keeps our show going. Look, there he is. So all you high school ballers out there, man, make sure you hit up D Harv, man, and get that hood fit apparel. But you know what, Bryan and D Harv, we want to bring in some coaches that have been doing this for a long time. And we're going to let them introduce themselves when they come on, and they're going to tell us a little bit about themselves. And we're going to make sure we keep this thing juicy. But we're going to bring in Coach Zeke. We're going to bring in Coach D. Mall, Dave Mallory, and we're going to bring in Coach Ford. Welcome.
Welcome to Straight Up On Game.
What's up?
Well, it sounds like we going double digits. It look like we have some extra music going on or something. So if you got an extra phone or something on, there we go. All right. Oh, that was Coach Zeke. See, look, Coach Zeke already starting. Y'all ain't even start talking about the game, LA versus San Diego. Y'all already starting already with the. Okay, he back on. We still can hear you, Zeke, but we'll move forward. So Hey, we have Coach Ford, we have Coach Dave, we have Coach Zeke. We'll start off with Coach Zeke because like he's a Lone Ranger, and then we'll move on, and you guys can all tell us about yourself and tell the fans, who you are. And then Bryan and D. Harv will take over from there.
All right, fellows. Hey, it's a great evening. I appreciate you inviting me tonight. Is that me? Is that me on the feedback?
Yes, I think it's you on the feedback, Coach.
Okay, we're gonna figure it out now. But hey, I'm one of the coaches from the team San Gabriel Valley. Okay, this will be the second year, and I'm a football coach. I'm also a trainer for BPA Baseball Academy. I got a lot of guys that I work with that are moving on to the next level in regards to baseball. And so we're out here in the Valley. Again, we got some of the best talent across the country. And you guys know SoCal is a hotbed for athletes, right? So, and that's me in a nutshell.
Yes, sir. And we thank you for coming on. D. Harv is gonna get you later. You see his face. None of y'all pay attention to D. Harv right now because he's gonna make sure he gets these questions off. Well, we're gonna start off with the youngest of the call, Coach David Mallory. If you'd like to come on and tell us who you are and what you're about.
Hey, what's up, fellas? I'm Dave Mallory. I'm the defensive coordinator for the San Diego team. Second year doing it. I'm one of those the second generation football players, right? Eddie was before me. Dwayne came. I was in the middle. Dwayne came after me. And we got lucky enough, man. My son and his son are still going at it. So our family's just been dripped in football since we were 2 and 3. So nothing much of that changed. Looking forward to this game that we got coming up in February. Second time was a great event last year. Coaching wise, I've been coaching for probably the last 15 years. Started with my younger kids from 7 to 8 years old. Now I'm a freshman D coordinator. And then I'm happy to see like some of my kids that we had that were 7 or 8 are now on the varsity team looking to try to hit the state championship one more time. So it's nice to see that the progress those kids make as we go. And D, I'm gonna have to shut you down here, bro, because it's not gonna be pretty. It is not gonna be pretty.
I love it. It's gonna be a good show today.
Somebody talking to me?
So it looks like right now, Bryan and D. Harv, we have SoCal in the house. We have San Gabriel Valley in the house. Then we have Chico, California in the house. About a show of what? Northern California.
Northern California, yeah.
And then we back down to SoCal with Coach Edward Ford. So, Coach Edward Ford, tell us about you.
Oh, boy. I've been doing football for years and years and years. I'm the head coach for the San Diego team. Head coach / running back coach. When I look at running backs, I really look deep until, they have to be able to do a number of things. You just can't get out there and start running. You got to – blocking is very important to me. Being able to catch the ball, being able to run. Do all three of those, you can stay on the field. Do all three. You can't just do one. You're more valuable that way. But, back to the coaching part of it, right now, I just do track and field. I train guys over the summer. I have a lot of things that I'm involved with, and just happy to be on this little podcast going on tonight. I'm not big on bragging or doing anything like that. I figure action speaks louder than words. I've always been that way, even when I played myself. So that's it in a nutshell. I can go on and on, but we got other things we got to do.
Well, look, Bryan.
And, yes, as far as the West Coast, we got better athletes.
Oh, here we go. Hey, this like we didn't start the segment yet,
Whoa!
man.
Whoa!
Hold on, D Harv. Look, cause we got some. Look, D Harv be outnumbered, but you know what? To make you
That ain't what the stats say. That ain't what the stats say.
Well, how about you tell us? How about you and Bryan go ahead and lace up the stats? How about first you, D Harv? You tell us about the stats about Florida high school. Let's start with the high school first. All right, start with the high school.
High school. Okay. Cocoa Tigers was #1 in the nation. 3 times back to back. Y'all beat Cocoa?
Where?
Huh?
2024?
When?
Did y'all beat
Talking
Cocoa?
about Cocoa Krispies. Cocoa Krispies.
That's what I thought.
Where the stats? D Harv. We need the stats. Stats don't lie. So how about you read them stats out?
Man. Look at him.
You know, or Bryan, how about this? Look, represent your state.
We got 52 teams in the top 300. Y'all got 28.
You had to go. Hold on, you had to go 300. Yeah, to expand the range. Top 100.
I just looked it up, and I don't see a Florida team till Lakeland on number 14.
Oh, here we go.
So in the top 10, you guys ain't nowhere to be found.
So, D-Harv, you can't say top 1,000.
No.
Let's narrow it down to 2,100.
Okay, but 52 to 28 though.
I mean, he does have an argument, but I don't know. Bryan, you got any more stats for him?
Catch up.
Hold on. We got our technician. Hold on. We got a technician. He's gonna give us some accurate numbers.
Well, actually, I look at the NFL stats. I mean, I know players that are playing in the NFL right now. 149. I'm not helping my case right now, being from California. 151 for California right now. But the thing is, there's more historic programs in California. Just saying, Modern Day, St. John Bosco, De La Salle, some teams that, I mean, you look at Florida, and I'm like, huh? Cupcake University? What? I mean, I love high school. I love high school football in Florida. But hey, there's a lot more historic programs on the West Coast. Who's producing more quarterbacks in between California and Florida? California.
That's true.
IMG doesn't count.
Hey,
exactly.
Look, check this out. We got some fans that's on the line right now. It's going crazy. They said Cali. Colin Anderson said Cali 100%. Coach Fred, we waiting on Coach Fred to get on. He's a guest. He's a phenomenal DB coach. And I know he got some stuff to say too. But you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking this. I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna have to break it down a little bit. Florida is known for speed. I'm gonna give y'all that.
True fact.
Other than that, I can't even tell you what Florida is good for other than speed.
So who catching the ball out there?
You tell us. You got some stats. Tell us about the all-time Florida. Tell us about the all-time Florida players. It's right in front of you. I'm pretty sure you got it in front of you.
I don't care about that. Wilbur Marshall from Titusville, Florida. Chris Collinsworth from Titusville, Florida.
Yeah.
So, you know, we had them out there.
Yeah. Wait, the coach Collinsworth?
Emmitt Smith from Florida. Escambia County.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Who else? D.R.? I mean,
Deion Sanders. Let me give you some of this here.
Oh, here we go. He's naming everybody from 1961.
Yeah, they should have kept him running. I think it didn't work, bro.
All right. Okay, so okay, what about y'all? We got some Cali cats on the line, man. We got cats hitting us up right now. All right. He said Emmitt Smith. Who can we match up with Emmitt Smith in California?
Ryan Matthews.
All right, Ryan Matthews. What about
how about you? How about you, Dwayne? How about you? I mean,
yeah, I don't have myself in this. I have my
opinions. You yourself in this conversation, Dwayne.
Yeah, I have my opinions, but how about this? If you want to talk about California running backs, right? There's some running backs. We call San Diego the running back what? You. What do we call the Central Valley? We call it O-line U. What do we call down south? We call it quarterback U. I mean, California, what do we call it, down, where Coach Zeke is? He trains quarterbacks. So all I'm saying is California ain't no way. If we had a California versus Florida game next year, I'm gonna put all my seeds on to California. I'm putting everything on California.
Hey, can we be
we call ours last chance you because most of them be going to prison and jail. So
hey, get a high school team in the top 10 first, and maybe that'll work. Because right now they ain't got no high school team in the top 10.
Coco dropped that. I think Coco started out number 3, and yeah, they got ran through like 3 times this season and dropped them out.
Yeah.
But
I think Zeke was trying to.
You got Miami Central, you got Heritage, you got some good teams down there. But
yeah, they do.
There's a game. There's a FBU National Championship that happens in Naples, Florida. Right?
Okay.
In December, the 8th grade team that won it is from SoCal. Right.
Right.
So let's start there. You know.
So he said it all starts with the youth.
It starts with the youth.
Uh-huh.
It happens. They go down to Naples, Florida. For 3 weeks, there's national championship games. Teams from all over the country come out to Naples, right? And where they name their 6th and 7th, 8th grade, but the 8th grade, right? The next team that's going to the high school level, right? And so the team that won it last year was from SoCal.
Okay.
It's quiet.
Right.
Congratulations.
All right, I got some more stats, y'all, before we start getting and all of this comes from the National High School Association. All right, so big shout outs to them. It's not our stats, we're just using data. So we're saying right here, it says most teams, all right, in the High School Football Association, right? We talk about 300. Florida has 52 teams in the top 300 right now. Texas has 41 right now, 41 in the top 300. California, we're tied with Georgia with 28. Ohio has 19. Louisiana, 13. And I want to skip down to Indiana, Kentucky, 7, all those little schools. But if you look at the West Coast, all right, compared to California, we do have more top 300 teams from the West Coast, right, to the Midwest. Florida to, let's say, Louisiana, Georgia, you do have less top-ranked teams. But that doesn't matter, right? It's all about the coaching. It's all about the experiences. It's all about having fun. But at the end of the day, D. White, I'm going to tell you right now, man, if we had a California versus Florida game like we used to do back in the day, I don't know, man. It's going to be close. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know. Maybe we should do that, Zeke, Coach Ford and Coach. Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should bring Cali versus Florida.
Make it happen. Let's make it happen. Make it happen.
I don't know, man, because there's people that
don't talk about it. Be about it.
Hey, one guy just asked just now. He hit us up on our Twitter and said, "Who has the most NFL players, Florida or California?"
Florida has more.
Florida. What is that number? What is that number?
Give it to you.
I actually have that number right now. It's actually 149 players have played in Florida. Actually, technically, California has more players by only 151 players in the NFL this season, 149 for Florida. So I know it's only 2 players.
Well, supposed to be those practice squad dudes that they went ahead and added. That's all right. It counts.
From Florida.
It counts. What'd you say, Coach Ford?
He said they had some. That man continue.
Hey, Coach Ford had a joke.
Let's get into something else, man.
He even got a joke. All right, let's get into this. All right, that's enough with the Florida. We'll come back to the Florida versus California because I know there's many people with many opinions. Most of my dogs, most of my boys are from Florida and Georgia, and I don't see them even commenting because maybe they think it is. We are telling the truth. So, yes, I'm causing some commotion because y'all mighty quiet right now. I don't think they want to get in this argument.
Hey, I'll take all the smoke. Hey, it don't matter.
I need you to bring all of your Florida.
Hey, you take any more smoke, you don't need oxygen.
That's what 911 for.
All right, so fellas, go ahead, Bryan Welch.
Hey, well, D-Harv, here's the thing. I love Florida weather. It's pretty nice there. But, hey, I mean, it's pretty cold here in California, and I believe that's real football weather. And, you know, hey, you remember the games in November, and especially we're in playoffs right now in the CIF.
Right.
You know what? Hey, it's cold weather. You're going to run the football. I know ground and pound 3 yards in a cloud of dust. I don't really remember seeing many Florida high school teams ground and pound 3 yards in a cloud of dust. So, hey, you know what? California teams kind of, hey, you know what?
Y'all should have lived together.
Hey, I love it. We are the numbers are going up
across the field.
Hey, all reality though, most of my boys are ballers are from Florida though. Like the ones that have like that super speed. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Them punt returners, some DBs, and you know what I mean, coming off the edge, blocking those punts. I mean, ballers, right? But we talk about the quarterbacks. We know the quarterbacks come from Cali. We know that, right? The old linemen come from the Midwest. I mean, we do have some big-time old linemen here in the West Coast, and we're making a big mark on that. The running backs come from, you know what, West Coast, baby. West Coast, south, you know, southeastern, you know, south of Northern California, all the running backs, you know, but, you know, football is football, man. We talk about California versus Florida. Let's talk a little bit about this rivalry that we're building to bring back, you know, Los Angeles County and San Diego County about the Heritage Bowl. For you all that's listening, we started this thing long, you know, about 3.5, 4 years ago. We went to a game in Fresno and played in the Army Bowl, I believe, in Fresno. And we took some of our kids at the last minute. It was harsh, man, because a lot of the kids had other commitments. So we had to really like dig down and have some kids that gave their all. We had a small roster, but it was fun. And that's how we got started. From there, we just started rolling with this coaching staff. And we started having a lot of kids come aboard because they start getting offers from Los Angeles County and San Diego County. They start getting offers to JUCOs and, you know, D1s, D2s. I mean, NAIAs. For us, it don't matter. It's all about getting our kids to the next level. So can one of y'all coaches just elaborate on why you love, you know, doing what you're doing for the Heritage Bowl?
Right behind.
Coach, all right, I'll jump in. Well, this is my second season. I think you know, the first year was definitely a learning experience. It was because here in SoCal we have a lot of other bowl games, right? We have a ton of all-star games, and we have them. They're basically played around the same time, and so, you know, we had some players that were committed to other games, and so on the recruiting, you know, we were kind of scrambling last minute. But now that we're ahead of the game this year, and we got the coaches that are out right now, really being able to handpick the athletes, because we're about 50 deep in the roster. Getting a couple coaches that are familiar with how all-star games work, a couple of coaches that also train and coach, and we're able to fill that roster with the guys that we have to take down to San Diego and compete. You know, they came up here to SoCal last year and, you know, turned it on in the second half and put up some points, and we struggled to get the ball moving. So, you know, we got to make sure that we have, again, the best players for SoCal going down to San Diego and represent.
Awesome. Any other coaches want to elaborate on that? Coach Ford or Coach D?
Well, yeah, I enjoyed how all the fellas got together, and you know, there were new friendships made. We gelled kind of quickly, which was a good thing. I had a good time talking to each of the players. From so-called high-powered high schools, but some of them lack the basic skills that I thought that were normal. I mean, that they would already know, and we did a few things, and they would say, "Coach, we didn't do nothing like that. I said, this is basic, man. Y'all didn't do anything like that." They said, "No," but it was very pleasing, eye-opening. The guys really bond real well. And that's the main thing I got out of it. All the friendships the guys made, and a lot of the guys I still keep in contact with. You know, that's what I kind of got out of it. You know, it's probably a lot of other things, but I'm not a man of many words. But I do take care of business when it's time to take care of business.
Awesome.
For myself, man, I think that was a great experience. It was good being able to coach with the same guys who we started this thing with. Everybody's dedicated and focused on the one thing, getting these kids to another level in their sport if they choose to go that way. The great thing I think about last year's team was they actually came in ready to learn, and there wasn't no egos involved with it. And they picked up on like defense they haven't ran before, and were able to kind of pick it up. So watching that part of it is pretty nice. But then even more so is watching those kids get picked up by somebody that they didn't have a chance to start off with. Nobody's talking to them at the beginning of this, but after this game happens, all of a sudden they're getting picked up by little schools here and there. So I think what we're doing right now on LA side, on our side, is just making another opportunity for these kids to get into another school and get seen for a second time.
Well, that's good to hear, coaches. I know for me, I live in Fresno. The thing is, for our All-Star game, we play in June in 115-degree heat, and it's really cool to see an All-Star game being played in February in Southern California. How would you describe the atmosphere of an All-Star game?
I want to get that one.
I call it electrifying.
There you go.
Electrifying. All right, Coach. What about you, Coach Dave?
They seem to step up to another level when we kind of start teaching these kids, saying, hey, we're going to treat you like your college players and show you kind of what that looks like. And all our coaches that we had on the staff had played high school to college ball. So giving them that insight to, oh, man, this is like serious business. And you got to learn how to turn off all the outside stuff to focus in on the game and the task at hand. So be able to give them that experience, that's major.
What about you, Coach Zeke?
Yeah, I think the atmosphere was definitely surprising, because the stands were packed, right? And the kids, they get to perform one last time in front of their family, and they're coming 20, 30 deep to come watch them play one more time. And again, you love football down here in SoCal, and it was pretty exciting. It wasn't your standard, high school game where you got a few people trickling in. I mean, everybody was here. Huge line before the game. Huge line before the game, and that was nice and good to watch, and it's really fun for the kids, right? Because again, that one last opportunity, like I said, is playing in front of their family and friends, but also, if they can get on the radar for a school, that's important. I think that was huge for some of the guys that didn't have an opportunity to perform, or maybe they just felt, hey, I didn't have enough catches at school, and here they are, being able to perform in front of a college coach one last time. And I know we had some guys that were recruited after the fact, so that was good.
Yeah, it was really a good experience as well. Like just walking around and seeing all of the fans. Like we talked about the electrifying, right? Being electric, and Coach Zeke and Coach Dave talked about the experience. I mean, it's deeper than that. Let's talk about the message that was sent to the kids. We had some awesome leaders come and speak to them the day before. We had Rocky Soto, the longtime USC defensive back coach, and he got a chance to share his church at Evergreen and actually, give back to the youth with knowledge, and not just about, the word of God or being a responsible young man, but he also shared about recruiting, shared about the mindset. And, I think it was a blessing for all of us, because at the end of the day, we had over 30 young men play at the next level, and they're still playing right now because of what we've done and what we put out. And it's all love from us, and, from the Heritage Bowl. We don't hate any other bowls. We actually encourage it because we are ex-players and we want people to make it. So, from our camp, it's all love from us. So, don't think we want to hide a kid or take away from you or whatever you're doing. We encourage that. Yeah. But the thing with us is we have a lot more to give when it comes to ex-NFL players, D1, D2, NIA coaches, and our staffs, head coaches on our staff. I mean, you name it, like people who actually lived it. So, with all the players, like Zeke was saying earlier, and Coach Dave, I mean, we have over maybe 150 to 200 players that really want to be a part of this Heritage Bowl because they feel as if they want to play one more game, but they also feel that they have the opportunity to make it to the next level that one last time. Seeing the stand filled, we had over 5,000 people at our last game, and we're bringing it to San Diego with a nice LA crowd to come down that 5 freeway, 405, whatever they travel. And then we have the home crowd, and we're going to be expecting probably more than that because it's all about these kids and making them feel good, and swagged out and all that good stuff. And it's free. I'm sorry to add that too. Let me add that, y'all. It's free. You don't have no fees with the Heritage Bowl. We thank every parent that came through our program before the 2 years before that, and every family who helped donate to make sure our kids get the uniforms and things of that nature. Now we're in a place to where the kids just come, send the film, they get evaluated by our coaches. We have the draft 2 days before Christmas Eve, and now we are rolling. SoCal finest, LA County versus San Diego County. And we're out there showcasing everything from coaching, from gear, from, the halftime shows, from honoring people who's in our communities, to making sure that everybody sees how important this is.
And also, it will be broadcasted in February. I'll be on the call for that in February, so it's gonna be a lot of fun down in San Diego, Dwayne.
Yes, it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see Bryan Welch on the ones and twos, and we got Harv, the voice of the Heritage. I mean, we it's going down for all you viewers out there. I know you're like, what's going on? But if you're on our Twitter, I see a lot of our Twitter followers and our Facebook followers right now. Hey, you see the post. Come down to SoCal if you're not doing nothing. Make sure that you free up the weekend. Bring the kids. I mean, I believe, we're going to announce the location of the game pretty soon. It's just going to be a great, great ordeal, and we look forward to it.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Right.
Ooh, yeah, I'm ready.
So what we're going to do, we're going to go on a quick commercial. We're going to bring Bryce back on, and we're going to close out the meeting with the whole Florida versus California deal. And the biggest thing with Dwight is going to be his segment to just talk a lot of stuff, and he don't have no backup.
Down goes Florida. Down goes Florida.
Down goes Florida.
I didn't expect to win.
All right. This is the part where Harv and Bryan Welch take over the session, but Harv always started off with some stuff, start talking head and start doing all this crazy stuff. But we already been doing that the whole show, Harv.
The whole show. I don't care about nothing.
Look, we got Bryce on the line, man. How about we ask him his generation? We've been talking as older gentlemen. Let us know, Florida or Cali?
I can only speak on my behalf. The West Coast, man, we blow y'all out the waters. Y'all can't even hang with us. Y'all cannot hang with us.
You only play on the West Coast.
But look,
Y'all
hey,
play the
hey,
West.
when you're looking at the media, when you're looking at what like the media shows like Overtime and big broadcasting studios and what they post, it's all jump balls to me in Florida. That's all that's posted. It's like 7-on-7 out there. Y'all don't play real football. To me, it don't feel like y'all clacking pads.
Love it.
You snowing fentanyl or something.
He's on that fire. Look,
y'all hear that, Florida? Y'all hear that? Okay.
Well, they hear it, but I don't see nobody on here.
Okay.
Hey, Dwight.
We gonna show you.
But for real, like so Bryce, real quick, because I know D Harv probably gonna ask this question, but I have to get it out of my system. So you said they do a lot of jump balls. Do you think because, and all jokes aside, do you think because they're maybe faster, more athletic, or is just their style of play? Is it different than?
Nah, yeah, I think it is style of play because I mean there's talent everywhere. I mean there's talent in the Midwest, there's talent on the West Coast, there's talent on the East Coast. It doesn't really matter. I just think in Florida they play a different style of ball. And I'm not saying they can't be physical or they don't be clacking pads or going heads up. It's just what I see on the internet because everybody scrolls on their phones. Everybody is on their Explore page. And as an athlete, that's all you see on the Explore page is all over the country of how different teams play, how different states play. And in my opinion, all I see is Florida throwing jump balls and like deep posts and like these fade routes. That's all I see is just jump balls.
See, you probably see St. Thomas Aquinas doing all that. See, they got wide receivers. Yeah, they got them. See, down south, boy, P. Hokey, all that there, the Okeechobee, all them boys in the country in the muck. So they grew up chasing rabbits, chickens, coons, possums, all that. So they fast now. They fast.
But that's what we're talking about. That's the thing. So if you compare West Coast to East Coast, West Coast to Florida, we run from police officers. So, so you got kids in high school running through the streets, running from popos.
Hey, wait. Who's we?
Oh, my bad.
Yo,
I stay out of trouble. I don't know.
All right, good. Maybe I'm talking about back in the day. You know, I don't know what y'all do now, but I'm just saying, when cats was fast back then. You know, I don't know, man.
Tyreek Hill, one of them.
Brian, I'm sorry. What was that, Brian? I think Brian had something.
I said, hey, good job. Hey, always stay out of trouble. I always tell my friends here at Fresno State, stay out of trouble. That's usually my saying on campus. Stay out of trouble.
See, that's good. You know, I know, Bryce, you're a great young man. I can tell, man, because you speak highly, you speak clearly, and that's what we like. You know, I can see Zeke like, yeah, this young man is kind of solid. Because Dave, yeah, this young man is solid, man. We can hear you. You know, you talk with that knowledge, but remember, your words are going to be remembered by LA County. So make sure you back them up because I know you will. I know you will.
Bryce, I'm gonna say this. You know what Florida does have? They did start the head spin celebration though. I'll give them that.
My God!
Right?
You giving them credit for that, Zeke?
Hey, no. But you gotta look at the NFL though. All the celebrations you see are all dances from the Bay Area.
Oh, true.
You
know what I'm saying?
True. Made a point.
That is true.
He made a point.
2022, the head spin came out of Dade County. That's it. That's what I know.
It did. And you know what? Most of everybody doing those dances are from like Miami or so like the trend carries because you got some cats out in Cali that's doing stuff from Florida. Then you got cats from Florida doing stuff from the Bay. Then you got cats from Texas doing stuff from New Orleans, and it just all mixed up, man. You know,
it's a mess pot.
Hey, but I think that's the good thing about football. It's like it don't matter where you're from. Like You know what I'm saying? Like everything goes together. Like it's all one big. Like it's just a sport at the end of the day. It doesn't matter where you're from. Like we all share the same love for the same game. So
exactly.
That's
I
right.
love it.
Man, what's your grade point average?
Right now I got a 3.8.
Ooh, pretty good stuff.
That's why, yes, I love it.
What's your stats like?
My stats, they reset my stats on Max Prep stuff. Cause
man, here we go with the reset.
So all right, listen. So week 1, I played stud. I was a strong backer. And then week 3, I think our safety got out on a AC joint separation on the shoulder. So they needed a safety. But we had a lot of backers, so they're like, hey, we need a safety. We can see that you're a little quick or you got something we could work with you. So, I mean, it was kind of hard at the beginning, but I got the hang of it, and I kind of like safety. But, yeah, I looked at the stats, and only 4 games are documented.
Hey, but look, it don't even matter because when I transferred from Morse, right, I went to Morse and I got kicked out of Morse, man. I can say it now because I got degrees and stuff. Who cares? But I got kicked out of Morse. They didn't have none of my stats reported, man. It was like, what's up with all the yards I ran for, man? I go to Lincoln and it's like I have to start all over, man. But, like keep doing your thing, man, because you got your DC on here. You got Coach Zeke on here. You got Bryan. You got D. Harv. But these two on the bottom, no matter what side you play on, we're going to vouch for you. And that's what the Heritage Bowl is about. Like, it don't matter what side you on.
He already gave up the most important stat. Right. Like, he moved from stud to free safety. That makes him a freaking team player. That means he'll do anything the coach asks him. You can't ask for more than that. That's exactly what we want. We can use you wherever we can go. That's the number one stat right there, no matter what the other ones say.
I love
it. Man, I can't wait. I can't wait to call your name over that PA system, man. It sounds like it's going to be a lot.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
We appreciate you, Bryce, man. Hey, man, if there's one teammate on your team right now that you can really give a big shout out to, that really like out there grinding and who would that be, man?
I gotta throw a shout out. He's like a brother to me. Like we really share a close bond. His name's Patero Kinman. He's actually in our band group chat, and he sent me the invite. He was like, "Hey man, like I know you out there grinding just like me. So here's that." Like he showed me what the Heritage Bowl was, and I was like, you know what, like that's really cool of him. But the thing was, like I've seen him go through injuries. I've seen him have knee problems, but he still wanted to practice. That's the grind. He really wanted to play. That's how much he loved the game. He talked to his coaches every night, made sure we had everything under wraps, always in film, always watching film. Like he real grinder.
Wow. Man, that's love, brother. That's love, man. Shout out to your head coach, man. He has a baller, man. Your head coach. I mean, shout out to that program over there, man. It's very, very unique to have a young man come on and speak highly. So we appreciate you, man, and we'll see you December 22nd for the Heritage Draft, which I'm pretty sure you're gonna get drafted because we seen your film. But we'll talk to you soon, brother.
All right, I'll see you.
Better be a dog, Bryce.
Nice meeting you, Bryce.
Better be a dog.
All right, fellas. So we got about a minute and a half before our show ends. Bryan Welch and D. Harv, man, again, is another great show. You guys take us out, man. Take us out. Talk to Dave and Zeke, and see if they got anything they want to add before we sign out, man.
Hey, I know your Instagram's on the bottom there, Coach Zeke. Coach Dave, what's your Instagram? What's your Twitter? Let's get people get a chance to know you on social media.
Hey, that's about as all I got right now, man. Me and social media don't rock like that. So eventually I'll get there. We'll make it happen.
Put your phone number where you can get text messages on.
Oh, there we go.
See, now you wonder why Florida's lacking in football, because you make statements like that.
Keep you up on the game. Straight up on the game. Yeah, man, I wish y'all the best of luck in this game, man. I'm looking forward to meet you guys face to face and just enjoying that whole weekend I mean, man, the legends that's gonna be honored and all, man. I just can't wait to get back out there and turn up.
Definitely looking forward to it. Also,
Coach Zeke, we need your information, man. There's people out there that's dying to get your IG account, man.
That's right. That's right at the bottom, right there. So 365 Athletics on IG or on X, Zeke Prado, and yeah, fellas, send the film in. I'll take a look at it. I love promoting athletes. If you got the right GPA and you got the skill set, I'll try to connect you with coaches. I mean, that's first and foremost. And then the other thing, Coach D. Harv, are you going to be out there for the game?
Yes, sir.
All right, we got to exchange shirts. I got to get you a shirt. You got to get me a shirt.
Yes, sir.
I want a hood fit shirt.
Hey, before we get off, y'all, we do have someone that sent an awesome message. Their name is the best football player in the world. Hey, y'all, was able to tap in, keep up the good work, and support our community and youth, RR. So we appreciate that message you just sent over. And hopefully you tune in and then continue to share. And let's get this thing to 1,000. All right. We already up on our numbers from last week. Let's continue to do good in our community. And you're going to see these gentlemen back because we got the draft coming up. I mean, we got all types of awesome events coming up, man. And sayonara.
All right, bro. You guys have a good night.
All right. Peace.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Hey, D. Harv.